Kamala Harris pulls ahead in the polls. It's Monday night, August 5th. This is set for publication August 6th, which is the day that a vice president will be chosen by Vice President Harris, the head of the Democratic ticket. I believe it will be Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania because Pennsylvania needs to be won. But I just watched a video from Let's Talk Elections based on a YouGov poll that shows Harris is suddenly ahead nationally 48% to 44% over Trump. This is after 5 consecutive days of Trump melting down with his racist tropes and his questioning of Harris's ethnic origin. That was a bad move, but it was typical of what former President Trump does when he gets angry, where he feels he's going to lose. When he feels he's winning, he can follow the script, he can stay disciplined, but boy, he's really boiling it under his campaign staff now. I've got some questions, though. This has happened way fast, and some people ask when the honeymoon's over. They hope the honeymoon won't be over until after the election, but I think it may end sooner than that. What Trump is pumping into the electoral ether right now is pure poison, and it tends to work. I thought in 2016 that Hillary Clinton, admittedly a much more flawed candidate that created a lot less excitement. I actually believe that it was time for a woman to become president. I felt that war would be less likely under someone who had actually given birth. I've since been disabused of that notion and find that Kamala Harris is a much better politician than Hillary Clinton ever was. And I'm very excited about this. I'm not completely endorsed her, but wow, could I vote for Donald Trump and his racism? No way. I mean, it's like challenging my Judaism. My mother's Jewish. I'm Jewish. Why would it be? Why is it okay for him to challenge her blackness? It's really okay because that's not what he's doing. He's trying to fire up the MAGA base that would never vote for her under any circumstances. He's just trying to get them angry by pressing buttons. But what he's doing is he's going back to October of 2016 when the Grab Her by the P recording was released and the campaign looked like it was about to flame out, only to be saved by James Comey and the FBI reopening the Clinton investigation. Well, as far as I know, one big advantage the Biden administration has is no scandals. And there's the made-up stuff. I mean, Hunter Biden, laptop, blah, 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 but no actual real scandals within the administration. Nobody with any integrity is accusing Harris or Biden of taking money, of getting rich, or anything like that. They're politicians. They're living on political incomes, and they're straight-up politicians. They're not trying to cheat the system. Now, I'm sure that anybody who's in favor of Trump is going to say, well, what about this? What about that? What about that? But yeah, I deal with facts here. I deal with realism here. My question is, are the poll numbers, how far high can the poll numbers go? Right now, all the swing states are swinging toward Kamala Harris. I see I blew the pronunciation to say. I won't leave that there because it's not an easy name to pronounce. Wisconsin, she's showing a slight lead, under 1%. In March, Michigan, slight lead, and she's going to get a 2% lead by picking Josh Shapiro if that's who she picks. Nevada, Arizona, which she does not need, is going her way. Colorado and New Mexico, she does need. Virginia is going her way, no problem. North Carolina is in a dead heat, and Georgia, she apparently has a lead in half the polls that were released today, this Monday, August 5th. It's freaking amazing. I don't really know what's happening here. So it's just too good to be true. I was deluding myself to thinking it's okay. I can live with a Trump presidency. I believe that the institutions of America are strong enough to kick him out the door on January 20th, 2029. But boy, do I want to live through another 4 years of bleach and a president of the United States being a better liar than being able to produce more lies per minute than I can produce in an entire lifetime? Nah, that's a totally different situation. I don't want that. If I don't have to have that, I'm willing to deal with Harris. I'm willing to even deal with her and Biden's mistakes on Israel because we're to get the topic of Bibi Netanyahu in Israel, an Israeli citizen, and that will be a separate video all of its own. So what's going to happen in the next 3 weeks is the nominations officially. Harris is now. The vice president gets named tomorrow at a very exciting 5-day, 7-city tour, big venues. Harris and Shapiro together, hopefully. Shapiro, it doesn't matter who it is, really. Vice president is not going to sink this ticket either way. I like it to be Shapiro because he's got the creds on Israel, and I am a dual American Israeli citizen. And there are some things that Harris needs to learn, and she can only learn them from a Jewish person who is sympathetic to Israel, though you don't have to be sympathetic to Bibi for that. But what's going to happen is this energy that is the white guys for Harris, every kind of people for Harris, probably going to be bikers for Harris. The energy is going to roll into the convention, which is in almost 3 weeks, and it's going to end in about 3 weeks and 2 days from now, and it's just going to get more and more exciting, and Harris is going to continue her strategy of staying of playing error-free baseball, error-free politics, and just rolling to the point where she's going to be in a commanding lead. Well, we saw Hillary Clinton was in a commanding lead in 2016, in October and before of 2016, and she lost it. She lost it because she was a flawed candidate. She lost it because she started trying to contest Texas and do other and in Iowa and crazy things like that. The Harris team is not going to give up on Texas, but they're going to maintain their 7-state strategy: Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona, and they're going to make some fundraising stops in Texas. And if that becomes contestable, they may drop a couple $1 million in there. But they're not going to waste resources until they have solid 10-point leads in all the swing states. Then they might start playing a little adventurous. And I just don't see an October surprise nailing Harris. She has been in office for a long time. The dirt they're going to dig on her is more personality. And she's just not had the ability to make political mistakes. Now, she's got plenty of opportunity to make political mistakes in the next 90 days, but I don't think it's going to happen. She's playing error-free baseball. She's going to have to give some interviews. She's good at that. She's going to have to debate. She's very good at that. She kicked Biden's ass in a 2020 debate back in December of 2019. She just ran circles around him, and she's done nothing but get better in the past 3.5 years. I am not worried about Harris. I'm worried about Trump. I'm worried about hate. I'm worried about some sort of action with the election being frozen up and procedurally stopped after she wins. And it's 90 days. Anything can happen. I'm not going to count my chickens until they hatch, until they've had their own generation of chickens themselves. They're going to be grand chickens before I count my chickens. But that's it for now. I'm not making sense anymore. I'm 8 minutes and 30 seconds into this, and this is going to be instant release. If you like this political stuff, mostly fact-based, a little bit adrenaline-based, I'm sitting here also waiting for Israel to get attacked by Iran and then a retaliatory raid. Thought I saw a headline on that. Turned out it was 32 people killed in a seaside restaurant in Somalia. Thank God it wasn't Israel. I mean, too bad it had to happen at all in this crazy world, but whatever. If you like this content, please click notify, share it with your friends. Share this content with one friend. We'll get from 5 followers to 10 followers to 100 followers. I'm not trying to make money out of this. I'm just trying to make an opinion and logically explain some things that, and occasionally maybe get fiery and angry. I don't know. I'm not trying to avoid fire and angry. It upsets me. If you like this content, please subscribe, press the like button, press notify, but more important, share it with 1 or 2 friends each. I've set up this format so I don't have to do a lot of video editing, don't have to grab a lot of images. I'll have to update this image you see on the screen, this election map that's from July 31st, but I can just sit down at the computer and give my opinion in one take. I've done all these videos in one take. I've only had to do one minor mistake fix. There's probably a lot of mistakes, you'll see now. But this format allows me to get my politics out there, my opinions out there quickly. I'm just a self-made pundit. All right, hit those buttons, please. Talk to you later.